Hi friends, welcome. Sorry, I had to disconnect. Some issue was there, so now I am back again. Daily 7:30 we are coming online and discussing about our tutorials. I have lot of information for you to study this week. So many videos we are going to upload. Already we have uploaded also. I will tell you about more about that. Meanwhile, we are working on the Gemini API tool. So more of the videos you can just see. Yeah. You will see a lot of videos on the Gemini API tool. So now we are going to integrate it with our Tkinter application. So it's a GUI applications where you will be using it for developing a desktop applications. But it's the same concept. You can integrate it with your own system also. I mean anything else, same API keys you will integrate. And now we are working on a Visual Studio Code in a desktop environment. So you will be using our environment variables to store our credentials, or here the API key is the credential. Friends, initially we will develop one application which will take the user input. It's a charting application. So take the input, then give the output. Again, you can the same context you can ask it also. It remembers our history, so it continue the discussion. Similarly, then this particular video will be going live tomorrow afternoon around 4 o'clock. This video will be available to you. Day after tomorrow, the same application will extend it where we will be handling the images. So in a Tkinter window, there will be an input box, so where you can place the URL. Once you place the URL, the detail you will get a this is Gemini API will take the image information and return us with a blog post describing about the image. We have tested it. You can test with multiple images also. Here also we'll be using the API key because it's a desktop environment. So we'll be using the API key to store it in the environment variable. In fact, we are going to develop few more applications also. So I can at the end I can give you the entire all that folder zip file. So you multiple applications on using the desktop, various types, reading PDF, image, charting, everything you can one by one you can try. So that is what is the plan is. Before that, today we have uploaded one video which talks about the what is the API key. It is an example we have decided to compare it with our waiter. So say we have gone to a restaurant, and the restaurant we place the order. So the waiter takes the order, goes to the kitchen and prepares our food and bring the food and serve to us. This waiter does the work of a API key. API key is not actually prepares the data. It just takes the order, goes to the backend server, accordingly based on our requirement, prepare the data, bring it us and give it to us. That's how the API works. That is what we have explained in a short. So you can just watch that. Let us see if I can able to show you that. Let me just also listen. See this video. Yeah, let me run this. Hi friends, welcome. We have seen previously how by using Gemini API key we have used and developed AI tools where we have API key or the application programming interface works. Say for example, we have gone to a restaurant and we are not directly placing the order in our kitchen for food. So the waiter comes to us and we place the order. The waiter carries the order, goes to the kitchen, hand it over and wait for the food to be prepared. Then once it is prepared, it bring the food to us and serve it. That is how the API key or the API works. It takes the requirement, goes to the backend server, gets the data, bring it us and serve it. Here the waiter works like a API key. How? That's our example we have used. Hope you like this. This is a very simple. I was just experimenting whether how these examples. This makes the things clear. It's like a waiter. So waiter doesn't, suppose the food quality is good or bad, whatever it is, waiter has no contribution. Similarly, API key has no contribution on the data what it gives. It only takes our requirement, goes back to the server, brings the data for our requirement, whatever we asked, and serve to us or give it to the front end. So this is how the API key works. So you can also experiment like this. This is an example to understand the API key. Say Gemini API we are using. What we are doing is we are sending the text through the API to the model, and model is returning us with the answer. So model does the everything. API key only authenticate us that we are the user, or any payment. Say we are allowed for 100 API requests. So it keeps a count of how many requests we are sending. All this does this by knowing that who is sending, because it will be receiving multiple requests from multiple clients and all. So who is calling how many times, how it will know. So based on the API key, it will identify who is this owner of this API key, who has and so far in a day how many. It keeps on increasing the counter as we keeps on asking different questions. So API key, once it is integrated to your application, you can do wonders. Say it's a chat GPT or a Gemini, any API key whatever you are using, you can bring it to your own system. That is how many of the AI solutions are developed. It is a simple example I have given. So many of the, because these tools are developed over and above a large language model or LLM by integrating the APIs to the current application. Say you are running a real estate application where you have a database, huge database of real estate of your areas, you can integrate it API key with that. So what happens is people can interact with your database in a natural language, say in your local language also, because this models can reply in other language, so they can interact also. So it is easy to integrate. I hope this example will help you in understanding that. That's the idea, friends. Let me just see what is the status now. Let me come back here. Yeah. So that's the idea, friends. Already 10 minutes. So we'll stop it here. Hope you will join us tomorrow. So all the tutorials, whatever you have uploaded, please watch them. See that tomorrow one is going to come, day after tomorrow, and my request is please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel if you are not subscribed, and every day 7:30 Indian Standard Time we are coming online to discuss with all of you. So hope you will continue to join, and you can give your feedbacks, ideas, suggestions, questions, whatever you can write here or below the tutorials. You can give your views. That's all. Hope you will join me tomorrow also. Thank you, friends. Thank you for joining.